Magandang umaga po sa lahat ng mga subscribers ng PAGCOR Balik Saya, Balik Sigla FB Group. Tunay na araw na kay ganda ang meron tayo ngayon dahil we officially start PAGCOR's Women's Month celebration for the year 2021. Hindi po dahilan ng pandemyang COVID para hindi po natin maparangalan ang mga kababaihang PAGCORians. Kaya naman, in behalf of our beloved management and the organizers, allow me to welcome you all to the opening ceremony of PAGCOR's celebration of the National Women's Month. Pero, teka muna, bago tayo magpatuloy, bakit ba tayo merong Women's Month celebration? Ang gawain ito ay alinsunod po sa batas. Linalayon po nito na i-highlight ang pagbibigay kapangyarihan sa mga kababaihan bilang active contributors and managers of development. Sa pangkasalukuyan, ang ating mga kababaihan ay aktibo sa iba't ibang industriya. Hindi naman po sa pagmamalaki but with due respect to all gentlemen around. Nangunguna pa ang mga kababaihan sa maraming larangan kahit sa mga male-dominated fields. Pero kahit nag-work ang mga kababaihan, lalo na po ang mga married ladies, aba, nagagawa pa rin gampanan ng kanilang pagiging asawa at ina ng pamilya. Tunay na kahanga-hanga. Kaya, to our gentlemen who are celebrating with us, take this time to let naman your mother, your wife, sisters, daughters, and women colleagues know that you do appreciate them. Tell the ladies, ang galing mo, girl. You are amazing. At sa mga kababaihan naman, sabihin natin sa isa't isa, ang galing mo, girl. Dakila ka. At dahil espesyal po ang araw na ito para sa ating mga kababaihan, kailangan meron tayong itatangi na magsisimbolo ng galing, tibay at kagandahan ng mga kababaihang PAGCORians. Abangan niyo po yan at maya-maya lamang ay matutunghayan po ninyo ang mga natatanging wana ng PAGCOR at ang pinakadakilang wana ng PAGCOR. Sa ngayon, panoorin po muna natin ang isang importanteng lalaki na magbibigay ng espesyal na mensahe para sa ating lahat. Panoorin po natin ang isa sa pinakamamahal nating members ng Board of Directors, Director Gabby Claudio, para sa isang inspirational message.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. My fellow PAGCORians, it's an honor to speak with you at the start of our celebration of National Women's Month. I don't believe we had the luxury of having a similar celebration this time of the year last year. The reason is, of course, that it was in the month of March last year when the nationwide quarantine was imposed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And nobody at that time could fully understand what curse it was that had befallen the whole planet, much less prepare for it. This month, therefore, we celebrate women power, ironically, as we mark the first anniversary of this dreadful contagion in our country. Let me tell you a story of how during this pandemic, I lost a couple who happened to be two of the dearest friends I ever had. Their names were Ray and Rita, brave activists during the Marcos years, and as a married couple, fiercely devoted to each other and to their family. They both fell seriously ill to the COVID virus in August last year and had to be brought to a government hospital together. The hospital, then inundated with COVID patients, had only one bed and one respirator left. Much to Rita's protest, the doctors awarded the bed to her because her condition was worse than her husband's. She couldn't be saved, however, and she died while Ray sat in the waiting room on the same day of their admission. Ray was given the same bed his wife died in, and 2 days later he also succumbed to the deadly virus. Later on, the nurses would tell Ray and Rita's children that before Rita was put on respirator, she kept asking how her husband was insisting that he needed the hospital bed more than her. Rita had barely warmed the bed when she died, and the nurses said it was like Rita was in a hurry to die so her husband can have his turn to use her bed. I remember Rita as we celebrate National Women's Month. I think of how she typified and exemplified the Filipino woman. Brave, compassionate, loyal, enduring, patient and resourceful, like many of you. While it may be gloomy to celebrate womanhood in the time of pandemic, it is against this background that we see how these qualities are essential for humanity to cope with and eventually put an end to the current health crisis. News accounts and our experiences of this pandemic are replete with narratives of women frontliners who risk their lives to save and serve others. In the hospitals, in retail establishments, in the banks, in the medical and diagnostic laboratories, in production and manufacturing lines, in the streets to ensure peace, sanitation, and law and order, in the media to keep us informed, in government revenue-generating businesses such as ours, and many other battlefronts, too many to mention. But probably the most consistent and essential yet unsung women heroes are the wives and mothers, like you again, who must make our homes not only secure, but comfortable safe havens during this time of pandemic. Theirs is the responsibility of keeping the elderly, the children, and high-risk members of the family content to stay at home rather than expose themselves to the virus outside or contribute to its spread among the population. Today we embrace the role that women must play in a society and world in crisis. Here in PAGCOR, the past 1 year has shown our women workforce to be equal to the task. No doubt, they draw inspiration from the fact that our very own chairperson and leader of the corporation is a woman undaunted by the challenges not only from the pandemic but from unscrupulous quarters out to take advantage of this crisis for personal and unlawful gain. Through her leadership, PAGCOR, despite being incapacitated by lockdowns over several months, have plodded on and stayed the course to provide government with desperately needed funds to fight the pandemic. In the gaming sector, in our workstations, and in our homes, we must bring this fight to its rightful moral end. Even while the vaccines are on hand, we cannot let our guard down, nor lose sight of our objectives in support of our government. In behalf of your board of directors, I exhort you to meet the continuing challenges of this pandemic with renewed courage, integrity, commitment, and certainty of victory. In the course of preparing this message, I wondered if COVID had a gender, would it be a man or a woman? I concluded it was futile and pointless to answer that question, whether scientifically or philosophically. But I don't know this from the heart, that COVID can be defeated only by a sense of caring and nurturing best exemplified by the Filipino woman. Caring for people around us and nurturing the family and blessings that the good Lord has given us. On this note, I salute the women of PAGCOR and wish you all a meaningful celebration of National Women's Month. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, Sir Gabi, for your very empowering message for the women of PAGCOR. Eto na, dumako na po tayo sa pagkilala sa mga natatanging wana ng PAGCOR for the year 2021. Ang ating mga dakilang wana ay kailangang hindi bababa sa edad 60 at dapat may consistent outstanding PES rating sa nakaraang 2 semesters. Ang tatlong pinakamataasang PES rating ang siyang kinikilala natin bilang dakilang wana. Ladies and gentlemen, our first dakilang wana awardee is Miss Eulalia D.C. Young. Hired in 1986, she is now a dealer at Satellite Operations Group 2. Congratulations, Miss Young! Our second Dakilang Wana awardee is from Casino Filipino Malate, Miss Sally P. Branya. Hired in 1987, she now holds the position of Accounting Officer. Congratulations, Miss Branya! Our third and last, but not the least, Dakilang Wana awardee for the year 2021 is Miss Lorna N. Fernando. Hired also in 1986, she is now a Pit Officer 2 at Casino Filipino, Manila Bay. Congratulations, Miss Fernando! Congratulations po sa ating tatlong Dakilang Wanas 2021. Bawat isa po sa kanilang tatlo ay tatanggap ng Certificate of Recognition at 5,000 pesos in cash. Muli, congratulations sa ating Dakilang Wanas 2021. Mabuhay po kayo! Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to do the ceremonial pinning of the Women's Month. Through this button pin, I would like to declare PAGCOR celebration of the National Women's Month for the year 2021 officially open. Ituloy-tuloy na po natin ang programa. Katulad po ng ating nabanggit kanina, bukod sa ating tatlong Dakilang Wanas, mayroon pa po tayong idedeklara na pinakadakilang wana ng PAGCOR. Sino po kaya siya? And why is this woman great to give this very special award? Let us welcome our debonair President and Chief Operating Officer, Attorney Fred Lim.
This year's National Women's Month celebration is extra special. We have awarded PAGCOR's Dakilang Wana earlier in the program. Pero sabi nga nila, wait, there's more. We only saved the best for last. This year, the organizing committee unanimously voted to bestow the Dakilang Wana Award. This award is given to a very special person. She exemplifies dignity, compassion, wisdom, love, and many more. She possesses the skills to carry on her shoulders the challenges of bringing PAGCOR to where we are now despite the pandemic. More importantly, this is also our way of thanking her for taking care of all of us, just like what a mother does, especially during these trying times. Ladies and gentlemen, put our hands together for our beloved Chairman and Chief Executive Officer in this year's Pinakadakilang Wana Awardee, Madam Andrea Domingo.
Maraming salamat, Fred. Kasama ka rin pala dito sa ating celebration ng Women's Month dito sa PAGCOR. Honorary woman ka naman di ba? First, of course, I'd like to thank the event organizers of this year's Women's Month celebration and all the PAGCORians for this award, ang Pinakadakilang Wana Award. I feel like Juana and I think that I really love these flowers. Maraming salamat. Alam niyo, importante ito kasi ang anak ko, 3 lang. Kaya dati, mga Dakilang Ina, mga Dinigtuang Ina, awards, nakukuha ko almost every year. Pero ngayon, biro mo, Dakilang Ina ng 11,000 people at kanilang dependents. And I'm so happy, and I'm so honored, and I'd really like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for this award.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, a special message from our Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Madam Andrea Domingo.
Today, March 1, 2021, we officially start the virtual celebration of the National Women's Month. One of the objectives of this celebration every year is really to promote the empowerment of women. Ano ba yung empowerment of women? It is for us to realize as women, as human beings, not merely as co-equal to the other genders, but because we have our own innate talents, our own innate capabilities that only women would have, which is intuition, the feeling of being a mother, the feeling of being a wife, and also the wish to be able to make a difference not only in the corporate world, but also in the social world. I think this is what we need about empowerment. Hindi naman yung magbubuhat ako ng kasing bubuhatin ng lalaki, o mamunununtok ako katulad ng panununtok ng lalaki, o makikipag-race ako kung saan man. But the thing is to realize who we are women, we go through 9 months of pregnancy and give the most painful birth to all of the people here, and yet we are able to do that naturally, and from there, we nourish our children, we bring up our family. Ang mga women, kahit na nagtatrabaho, katulad ko, nagtatrabaho ako all my life, since I was 19 years old. But you know, pag may emergency sa bahay, nasaktan yung anak ko, may sakit yung anak ko, may sakit yung asawa ko, umuwi ako, at ako talaga ang nag-a-attend, at ako talaga ang nag-aaruga. Kaya doble lagi eh. Being a woman, being a mother, being a wife, being a sister, being a daughter, coupled lagi yun with our corporate or our official lives. Yun, nakakalibre ng konti ang mga kalalakihan doon. But you know, ganyan talaga ang buhay di ba? So realize how powerful you are. Natural manager ka kasi nagbabudget ka ng bahay. Natural leader ka kasi kailangan turuan mo ng tama yung mga anak mo. Kami nga, nung panahon namin, sabi ng nanay ko sa akin, pag ikaw nagkamali o may ginawang masama, ibig sabihin, hindi kita pinalaking mabuti, kaya maawa ka sa akin, behave ka. Which is what we really should do, because we are responsible for our children, we are responsible for our family. Paano ba yung ako nakarealize na kailangan maging empowered ako? 19 years old kasi ako, nagkaanak na ako eh. Kasi 18 years old, nagkasawa ako. 19, nag-graduate ako ng college, pero meron na rin akong anak at that time. Si Dr. Eric Domingo, yung FDA Director General ngayon. Nung hawak ko yung aking anak na premature, na talagang ang liit-liit niya, parang kakasya siya sa shoebox, sabi ko, naku, nanay na ako ngayon. Hindi na ako yung carefree na member ng sorority, member ng samahang kabataan, samahang demokratikong kabataan na nag-rally. Nanay na ako ngayon. Pag nanay ka na, responsibilidad mo na ang buhay ng mga anak mo. So sabi ko, wow, ganito pala yung babae, no? After giving birth, after 12 long hours of painful labor, nakita mo yung anak mo at sabihin mo, habang buhay, aalagaan kita. At yun ay iba-ibang pamaraan ng pag-aalaga, nanay sa bahay, nagtatrabaho para may pambili din ng gatas, katulong ng asawa mo. Yan ang women empowerment sa aking paningin. Pangalawa ko yung experience nung na-appoint ako ng immigration commissioner. Doon, kailangan babae ako pero kailangan lalaki rin. Hindi pwedeng maging weak, hindi pwedeng iiyak-iyak, hindi pwedeng nagsusumbong-sumbong. Kailangan doon desisyon, kailangan doon leader, kailangan doon talagang matapang, at ang puso mo, kahit na parang lalabas na sa kaba, talagang sabi mo, matapang ako. These are the things that I experienced, and these are the things that I know all of you would have experienced as women, maybe in different ways and in different degrees. So my message is, we are women, we are strong, we are talented, we're gifted with unique things like intuition, like maternal love, and being mothers and sisters and daughters and wives, and even the caring that we need, that only a woman can give, that is us. So let's be strong, let's be good at our jobs. This pandemic has proven that PAGCOR and all of their employees, men and women, we have gone through it, and that we will always be supportive of you as part of our family. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, Madam Chairman, for your message. You truly are a personification of building a happy family and having a successful career at the same time. You inspire us women so much. Again, thank you po and Happy Women's Month! Marami pong iba't ibang activities ang inihanda ng ating organizing teams to celebrate the Women's Month. You may visit HSWD's portal for the details of these activities or get in touch with the MWR division of HSWD. In closing, please allow me to leave all the women a lovely quote to celebrate the beautiful woman in you. You are your own kind of beautiful. Happy Women's Month, good day, and God bless.